Today, I'm going to give you a positive experience that I had on a recent RV inspection, but I still found an issue with this RV. Hi everyone, it's Deb from Deb's RV Services and welcome to today's video. Oh my God, thank you all. That last video I did blew up. So I have over 113,000 views as of today, and I have all these new subscribers. I had a ton of comments, and I mean, it's just been such a whirlwind, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. I guess that negative dealer experience paid off for me because you all love to watch that. So I hope that you enjoy watching today's video just as much with a positive experience, but I still want to I want to be able to give both sides. I want to show you positive and the negative, the reasons why you need an inspection. And even with a positive experience in a brand new RV, it's still important to get an inspection because I still found something. So let's get into today's video, but I really wanted to thank you all for the support and for all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. So I had an inspection on a 2025 Ember travel trailer. I don't know if any of you have seen this before. This was my first time inspecting it, but it's pretty cool looking. I enjoyed inspecting it. I love looking at different new things. So this is an Overlander series. It's pretty nifty with its big tires and high lift so that you can go in the backcountry. And it has a really beefy system for boondocking. You have the Victron Multiplus, and there were 7 solar panels on the roof. I couldn't even get up there because it was just covered in solar. And so it's really good for that purpose. If you want to get up into the mountains, I know my clients are here in Colorado, and that's what they want to do. They want to just escape, and then they can work from anywhere and get away and travel into the mountains, which is the best thing ever. And you can boondock more if you have that higher clearance, and you can get further in the backcountry if you have that. So it's really a bonus if you are looking for that type of camping. You want to get something that has that clearance, and you also want to get something that allows you to have the power back there so that you don't need any of the hookups. So the interior was great. There's a Murphy's bed that you can just bring down for nighttime, and then in the daytime you can use it as a couch. It also kind of folds down into a futon. They had the European windows, and just like the tab. So I used to own a tab, for those that don't know, and I love those Euro windows, and they're great. They're double paned, so they open up into different levels and then you close it. So all those worked great. The issue I had here was with the water pump. It was cycling, and it could be a water leak, but it appeared to be a failure of the pump. At least that's what the tech told me, that he was having problems with those pumps. So I did see that, but everything else was great. So there's an area in the back that you can convert into you can have as an extra bed for kids, for an extra person, or you can just fold that up and you can make that into one big area for your outdoor toys. You can have it as an office, but all those pieces are foldable and movable, and so you can do anything you want with that back area. And the really cute feature of it is there's this separate door that's literally like a Hobbit door. So it has a screen on it too. And then the whole cargo area on that curbside has a pull down screen, so you could have all that opened up with all that fresh air coming in. So I really thought that this was really a neat travel trailer to have. If I had a I mean, it's just one of the options that I would pick. There's many options that I prefer, but I thought this was a really good option for people that want to get out there and want that high clearance for those opportunities to get back into the woods or the mountains. So anyway, I just want to give a shout out to this dealership. It was Windish RV Center, and they're located in the Denver area. It's a woman-owned business, and how cool is that? This was my first time going to this dealership, and they were absolutely incredible. Sales was good. They had the RV ready for me. All the hookups were there. There was a tech on site if I needed anything. I just felt like it was such a good experience, and it's going to be a really good experience for my clients as well. So I talked to the tech about the pump issue. He said he's been having these issues with other RVs, so it's a common thing. But the point I want to bring across in getting this inspection was, even though the tech had gone through it and he did all of his checks, I still were the other set of eyes on this RV, and I still found something. And I don't know what this dealership is like for its customer service after you purchase it. They're really good from what I saw from this one experience I had, but you still want to make sure that everything is in working order when you leave the dealership, because having to bring it back is such a difficult thing for people that are prepared to go out and enjoy a vacation and time in the mountains, and then they have to turn around and come back and have it sitting at the RV dealership waiting for that to be repaired, and who knows how long that's going to take. So just that one thing I found is worth the inspection itself. I really wanted to make sure that I gave good positive feedback when a dealership deserves it, because they're not all terrible. I do have good experiences out there, so I wanted to make sure I gave them a shout out. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about today is my workbook. I told you on the last video that I'm now offering a workbook that is for the DIY person that wants to inspect their own RV. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to learn what to look for during an inspection. And you can get out there with my checklist that you get for subscribing to my newsletter, which is free. Then you can also, as an addition, purchase this workbook that's going to take you a step further. And I'm also adding on an extra bonus of a live Q&A session. And this is only for this time, this offer, because it is my first workbook, and I want the opportunity to give people that have purchased it a voice to ask me questions. It's going to help me trigger some things that maybe I can improve it a little bit, because I'm going to keep this going, but I want to learn from you, with the people that have purchased it. So I'm offering it for a lower price point now so that we can talk about it and we can go over things that maybe weren't clear to you. So this workbook is 60+ pages, and it's got wonderful pictures in there pointing out what to look for. It's got check boxes in there on like checklists for each chapter. I have separate chapters that are for roof, for interior, exterior, electrical, all the things that you need to look for during an inspection. And I even give you a list of the tools that are helpful for these inspections. So if you want to purchase this workbook at this price, today is the last day. I extended it because I had an issue, a snafu with my email list when I started this with the last video that I gave out last Sunday. There was a snafu, so I wanted to give another opportunity, so I extended it until today. So today at midnight it closes down. So if you want to purchase it, this is your last opportunity. You just go and subscribe to my monthly newsletter, which then you get a free checklist, but you're also going to get an automated email that tells you about this workbook offer. You click on that link, it's going to take you over to where my workbook is, and you're going to purchase it from there. So thank you to everybody that has already purchased it. Welcome to all my new subscribers. And I need to tell you something. Before I leave, I am staying in Colorado a little bit longer. So I have some personal things that are going on back in Michigan, and I don't need to go there. I thought I needed to go there sooner, but I don't. So I'm going to stay in Colorado because Colorado has been absolutely awesome to me, and there's a lot of people that need my services here. So I'm extending my stay here. As of right now, it's going to be through June and through July. And I might even go through August, but I'm probably going to start to head to Michigan by then. So let's at least say the next 2 months I'm going to be in Colorado. So if you need my services, please contact me through my website at debsrvservices.net. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video. So I'm here at an RV park, and I just wanted to give you some tips when you are looking at RVs on what to not purchase. So let me turn my camera around. If you see something like this, you want to run. Let's go look at some more. I think some of these are just in storage, but I thought I need to make a video about this. So this trailer up here, if you see this, you definitely want to run. You got a cute little taped up job there. Yeah, no bueno. Did I say that right? I don't even think, look, there's no cover on the air conditioner either. Thinking it doesn't work. Yep, definitely walk away. Let's go find some more. There were quite a few in the area. Okay, here we have more delamination. See all those waves? That means that whole area is rotted. So I just wanted to give you a few tips on what not to purchase. Have a good day, everyone.